Stop for a second. When was the last time you actually looked forward to your birthday? Not the cake. Not the messages. Not the fake smiles. I mean, truly deeply looked forward to it. Because right now, somewhere in the world, someone is sitting alone on their birthday. No party, no celebration. No noise, just silence. And the strangest part? They chose that silence. They wanted it. Why would someone do that? Why would a person avoid the one day that is supposed to be all about them? The answer is darker than you think. And if you've ever felt relief when your birthday passed quietly, this video will explain everything you never had words for. Number 1, the day that feels wrong. Every single year. That day comes back. And while the whole world expects you to smile, to feel special, to be grateful, you feel something completely different. You feel heavy. You feel tired. Sometimes you even feel sad without knowing why. You watch other people celebrate with big parties, friends, laughter, gifts, and instead of wanting that, you feel disconnected from it. Like you're watching a movie that has nothing to do with your life. So you tell yourself, I just don't like birthdays. I'm not that kind of person. But here is what psychology tells us. When a person consistently avoids celebrating their own existence, it is never random. There is always a reason buried underneath. And that reason is almost always emotional. Something happened. Something was felt. Something was lost. Number 2, when nobody showed up, here's the most painful reason people stop celebrating their birthdays. At some point in their life, they expected something and got nothing. Maybe they planned something small and nobody came. Maybe they waited for a message from the one person who mattered most and their phone stayed silent. Maybe they sat at a table decorated with hope and felt completely alone, surrounded by people. That kind of disappointment doesn't leave you quickly. It plants itself inside your chest and grows roots. So the mind does what it always does to protect you. It says, if you don't expect anything, you can't be hurt. If you don't celebrate, you can't be disappointed. If you stay quiet, the day will just pass and you will be safe. And year after year, you choose safety over celebration. If this is your story, I want to say something directly to you. You deserved people who showed up. The fact that they didn't is not a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of their limitations. You were never the problem. Number 3, the wound from childhood. Some people never celebrated their birthdays even as children. Maybe the family had no money. Maybe the parents were emotionally absent. Maybe the home was too full of stress, fighting, or pain to make space for joy. And that child learned very early that their happiness was not a priority. That lesson stayed. Now as an adult, when the birthday comes, the brain doesn't feel excitement. It feels that same old familiar emptiness. That same message from childhood, your joy does not matter here. Psychologists call this a conditioned emotional response. The birthday becomes a trigger. Not for happiness, but for old pain that never fully healed. And what makes this so heavy is that most people don't even realize this is happening. They just think they don't like birthdays. But underneath that, there is a younger version of them still waiting to feel celebrated for the very first time. Number. The fear of being seen. Now here is a reason that almost nobody talks about. Some people avoid their birthday because attention terrifies them. When people sing for you, look at you, focus completely on you, it can feel deeply uncomfortable. Not because you are ungrateful, but because somewhere along the way, being seen started to feel dangerous. Maybe when you stood out, you got criticized. Maybe when you shined, someone tried to dim your light. Maybe you were taught that wanting attention was selfish or embarrassing. So now, the idea of being the center of celebration feels like too much exposure, too much risk. You think people will see your failures, your unfulfilled dreams, another year of not being where you thought you would be. It feels safer to let the day disappear, unnoticed, quiet, hidden, but hiding yourself is not the same as protecting yourself. And you were never meant to spend your life being invisible. Number of how to start healing. You don't need a party to heal this. You just need honesty. Start by asking yourself one real question. What does my birthday actually make me feel? And why? Sit with that answer. Don't judge it. Don't rush past it. Because understanding the wound is the beginning of closing it. Then do one small thing for yourself on that day. Not for anyone else. Just for you. Your favorite meal, a long walk. A moment of complete stillness where you say to yourself, I am still here. I made it another year. That matters, because it does matter. You matter. Not because of your achievements, not because of who shows up, but simply because you exist. If this video reached something inside you, that feeling is important. Don't ignore it. You are not broken for feeling this way. You are someone who has been carrying something heavy for a long time, and awareness is the first real step toward putting it down. Share this with someone who goes quiet on their birthday. They might need these words more than you know. Leave a comment and tell me, does your birthday feel heavy? I read everything. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next one.